Hey guys! Ooh, sorry. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about college and like just the whole process of admissions because I promised you guys I would. So, and I actually got a comment on somebody who's looking forward to seeing it. So here it is. Yeah, anyways, so the first thing I'm going to say is that, I got accepted, actually, since I posted my last video, I've actually got accepted into another college, so go me. But the college I was talking about then was, Texas A&M, which is located in College Station, Texas, and the other college I got accepted to was Texas Tech A&M, which is located in Lubbock, Texas. And if you haven't gathered from that already, I do live in Texas, best state there is. A little biased, I guess. So yeah, but I just wanted to talk about the stress and how to like relieve the stress and just like some helpful hints, and or not hints, but tips on this whole process. Okay, so I know it's past December 1st, which is when a lot of the school's deadlines were, but if you're one of those people that did not turn it in by December 1st, or you're just slacking, I guess, have no fear, because I know a lot of colleges are still accepting, and like, don't be afraid to go for it, because I know there's some people out there who may not think, they're like, oh, this college, like, I'm probably not going to get in, so what's the point of trying? No, you should try. Like, if it seems like you could, there's like a glimpse of hope that you could get in, I would go for it anyways. Because a lot of colleges, they'll put you in review, and, because like right now I'm under review at the University of Texas at Austin, because I am in the top 10% of my class, but I'm not in the top 8%, and they only automatically accept 8%, so I'm automatically under review. But I am involved, I do a lot of extracurricular stuff, I've done a lot of volunteering, which colleges, although they're going to automatically accept some people, they're really looking for well-rounded people who, yes, you do well academically, but you also are involved in extracurricular activities, but you're also involved in stuff outside of the school as well. They're just looking for like people who aren't focused on one thing, because in real life that's not a good thing, just to be focused on your grades, just your grades. You need to be involved in other things, because that's really what they're looking for. So when you're writing your essays, there goes the light. Okay, when you're writing your essays, you really want to focus on good characteristics about yourself, like the fact that, say you're involved in, because I'm involved in band, so I tried to focus on my leadership roles in band, and just how much time band really does take up, because if you show them that you're really involved in something else, but that your grades are also good, they're going to say, oh, you're really well balanced. So, yeah. So you really want to focus on, like, this whole thing is about making yourself look good to the other colleges. So, yeah. Don't be afraid to, like, brag about yourself. That's another thing that was at least hard for me, was to, like, be like, oh, you want me for these reasons. Like, it's kind of hard for some people to do that, and I understand it's kind of hard for me to do, but, like, this is your life you're talking about here. Like, these are, like, the next stepping stones in life that you want to do, so don't be afraid to talk about that. Okay, so another thing is letters of recommendation, which are a big... Okay, sorry, my camera died. Or, not died, something went wrong with it. Anyways, letters of recommendation. They are a very big part of, college. Yeah, I don't know. Just lost my train of thought. Anyways, letters of recommendation are a really big part, because the teachers are, a really good hint and an insight to what they think, like, because it's one thing to say something about yourself, but it's another for people to say for other people to say good things about you. Because other people are a good judgment, and I think your teachers are a good judgment of at least how you are when you're at school. Because I know a lot of people were different at school than we are like at home or when we're with our friends, because yeah. Anyways, don't be afraid to go ask your teacher though, because I know I was afraid of going up to them and like them not knowing, like turning me down because they don't really know who I am, or they're just writing like a really generic and bland letter of recommendation that they write for like everybody else. They just change the name on, you know, like. But don't be afraid. Go to the teachers that you're a good student in that class. Don't go to the teacher that you're failing your class. Like, that's just not smart. So whichever class that you excel at, it doesn't necessarily have to be like the core subjects like science, math, social studies, and English. It can be an elective, but just make sure that you have, it's usually good to send 2 letters of recommendation unless the school requires more. You can like look on their website for how much they require, and some schools don't require letters of recommendation at all, but it's always good to send them like one of your elective teachers really well, because I know one of my elective teachers really well, and that's who I asked, one of my people that I asked to send mine to. But I asked the other one, I asked one from my counselor just because, and then I asked one from my statistics teacher, because I'm taking statistics and I'm also doing pretty well in that class, and she knows me pretty well, so I asked her. And I asked my environmental science teacher, he knows me really well, and he's just like a really cool guy overall, so, and I also do well in his class. So make sure, but give them 2 weeks, like at least 2 weeks, or I would say 10 to 14 days for them to write your letter of recommendation. Do not ask them a few days before, because you have to take in, like, they're teaching, they have their time taken up, so allow them time to do it, and then allow mailing time, because mail, I would say, like, just allow 3 days for it to get there in the mail. Email is different, obviously, because it's virtual. But a lot of schools require it to be like mailed and sealed so that they know that students haven't touched it. So yeah, do not, just like, that's the thing, just do not be afraid to ask. And make sure, important, include like a resume or a list of things that, like the awards that you've gotten, the things that you do outside of school, the clubs that you're involved in, and if you have a job or not, because they'll put that in there and make you look like a better person. And don't be afraid to tell them, you know, can you like focus on like this, like focus on like the volunteering I've done, or focus on that I have a job but I still maintain my grades. Don't be afraid to like tell your teachers that you're asking to focus on one thing if you're sending it somewhere and you're afraid, or you want them to see a certain side of you. So that is also a good thing. And then, essays. I'm trying to like go through like the whole, everything that you have to do. Essays are definitely a big part, because that's what they don't take the writing sample from your SAT, because it's not really good judgment of your writing, because you got like 25 minutes to do it. So they ask for the essays. The private schools, I know you have to go on their own website to find out their essays. I did all of my applications through Apply Texas. A lot of other states do Common App, or they might, like Apply Texas, they might have like Apply Wisconsin or something, you know, I don't know. So yeah, just go on there and it'll tell you like essay A, and it'll have the prompt, essay B, have the prompt. I would say if it says recommended, I would do it anyways, because recommended really isn't recommended. Like, if you don't do the recommended and everybody else did, like, what does that say about you, you know? So just take the time, do the recommended, it makes you look like a better student, better person, and it gives you another angle with the essay to see you. Don't stray away from the essay prompt, because then it just sounds like you're babbling, which I have a hard time doing it because I babble a lot. But yeah, just make sure and ask your English teacher. I know in my English class, that was one of our papers that we had to turn in, was choose one of the prompts like from the essay topics for college, and she would like write over. So don't be afraid to like ask your teachers or other people to peer edit, to edit it for you, because you can get all the help you want. Like, it's just really, and you'll be thankful in the long run that you got help, even though it might have been awkward asking your teacher. So yeah, but essays are a big part. Do not slack on them. Make yourself look like a good person. Like, even if you don't think you're a good person, just make yourself look like one. So yes, I know application fees are very expensive. I know for most of mine, the average was about $70 or $75. If your family has trouble paying that, I know there are certain people who can qualify for a if you qualify for reduced lunch at school and reduced like AP testing fees. If you a lot of people think you're gonna have a hard time paying that, don't be afraid to go look and get help for the reduced fees, because again, this is your life you're talking about, like after high school. Even though some of you may not think there's life after high school, there is. It's called college. So yes, transcripts, mine were you just go to the registrar's office in your high school and fill out the places you want it sent, and she does it for you. So transcripts are pretty much the easiest thing out of all of them. Oh, make sure you always do the short answer questions. It'll give you, just in general, if it says recommended, you should do it, because it just makes you look better, like you're putting more effort into this application. It looks like you really want to go there. And then a lot of the times, the schools will base scholarships off of the optional or the short answer questions that you've supplied them. So always, always, always do recommended things. And make sure, I know for me, I am definitely looking into scholarships. So you are, just like, I know on the Apply Texas it has a scholarship section. I would fill it out anyways. Like, even if you don't think you're gonna get a scholarship, like, there are like so many scholarships, you have no idea. Just like even Google like weird scholarships or something like that, you know, because there is plenty of money out there. You just have to go looking for it. Yeah, so I would be so thrilled if you guys left like a video response or a comment below about the colleges that you've gotten into, that you've applied to, because I love knowing if people got in. I get so excited for people when they get into the college of their dream. Like, it makes me happy when somebody else does it. So leave a video response or a comment below of the colleges that you've gotten into or the colleges that you want to apply to. And if you have any questions about anything, like, don't hesitate to leave a comment below of a question, and I will definitely get back to you as soon as possible, because I know right now everything is really like time consuming about colleges and questions. So if you have a question, I promise I will get back to you like within the day or even the next day. So please do not hesitate if you have a question. And even if you don't want to ask me, just don't be afraid to ask anybody. Google it. Like, I'm pretty sure if you Google it, there'll be like helpful sites or something like that. So I really, really hope this video helped you guys. I'm just so excited. Like, I know the whole process is stressful, but it's really exciting to know that we're gonna go to something bigger than us, like after high school. So it makes me stressed, but it excites me at the same time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!